I've heard Not Like Us thousands of times at this point, man. But as a disc record, there's nothing there. You know what I mean? As a rapper, there's nothing there, right? It's just who can slander the person the most.
Now you're being condescending. See, you've been warned, all right? Let's move forward amicably.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
Yep. Back at it. Let's get to it. Get this music together. Here we go. Here we go. Had a slight malfunction already. This is crazy. Let's get this stuff together. I'm better than this. Let's do this the right way. Welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. Oops, great. Trying to multitask. I'm getting notifications about parties and all this, that, and the third. I might have some news about some new content that I haven't brought to the channel, but I'm confirming it as I do the show. But let's focus up. Got to keep the trains running on time. Appreciate y'all pulling up for another smoke break while we talk about this hip hop thing, or as we call it, the after hour. After the after hour. The place you come to when the after hour says time to go. You still got a little bit left of that bottle, a little bit left of that bag. Maybe your feet might be tired, or you found what you was looking for tonight. You don't bring that back to the spot with you. You need something to put on the TV so y'all can get the vibing. All right, Netflix and chill. Where you can chill with Kush Equilibrium. Oops, the great himself. Authentic vibes. Authentic vibes. Oh, you see it at the bottom of the screen. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help me take care of the YouTube police, or as I like to call them, Job and Family Services. Just like they be in your business, keep your benefits and what you got going on flowing. Them likes, them comments, them subscriptions help this little thing I got going keep flowing. Interesting topics. We about to spin the block back on some topics that we talked about beforehand, just in slightly different contexts. I don't want to hold you up. We got some fly music too. Some new music. It's new to me. And that's okay. That's the goal. Learn new music, discover new music, new artists, whatever. But like I said, let's keep the trains on time. Let's get into it. Let's go.
And so like Nas at Live at the Barbecue was just like pure culture, pure like, I'm just going to get up on this stage. I'm going to get on this record.
Shout out to Rap Roundtable. Jarv, Sincere. You know what I'm saying? The fellas, look, this is a show that I don't know why anybody would be watching this. My bad, Deanie. I forgot you, bro. My bad. I apologize. I be blinking. I be smoking and drinking sometimes. It's late. Bro. My bad. No disrespect intended. But Sincere brought up a topic. Well, this is the topic that was going, but he spoke about it in a way that I kind of wish I had, because I've tried to broach this conversation before, and maybe I just didn't execute the conversation properly. But he does it in a way that, I wish I had his words verbatim. Let's check it out.
I'm gonna make a name for myself, and that just doesn't happen anymore. That sort of energy is bygone now. Like I can't imagine in 2026 hearing a record and the
Quick show side note: if you're wondering why I'm not drinking, we've been drinking heavy lately. I'm drying out a little bit. For me to get the content I think I might have the opportunity to get for y'all, you see I keep looking down at my phone. I don't mean to be disrespectful to y'all. Y'all got my attention. I just for me to get this content, it requires me to dry out a little bit. So that way, I don't want to be drinking all the time. That's just not good for the body. A little H2O ain't never hurt nobody. It's probably something I've been drastically needing, especially as a smoker. Also, I'm not no blunt tonight. Hold on, before you get the moaning and groaning, I'm gonna keep my word. I'm always smoking. I'm just not smoking no blunts tonight. I got my pen. What is this? Animal Crackers OG or something like that. Some kind of indica strain or whatever, but it's not the best tasting. Not the best tasting, but it's not gross, but it's effective. But just side note, let's get back to keeping the trains on time. Let's go.
and having a feature and being like, who's that on the feature? I can't wait for that person's album to come out. Right. And
I feel like I chopped that up when
that level of excitement gone now. Like I can't imagine in 2026 hearing a record and having a feature and being like, who's that on the feature? I can't wait for that person's album to come out. Right. And that level of excitement on our end, but also that level of do or die from their end, just it doesn't exist anymore.
That life on the line energy.
That life on the line, that rent is due, that it has to be this or it's nothing. Right.
We just talked about this when I was discussing the XXL freshman class. Because I firmly believe you can hear desperation or hunger. Hunger's the better word. Hunger. I mean, I guess desperation would fit too. You know what I'm saying? Fresh into the rap gang, trying to make something shake because it gotta shake. There's no other option. This don't shake. I gotta go put the ski on, not to look good. I gotta go put the ski on and really go to work. Because the original plan didn't click. And you don't hear that out of very many artists right now. That this has to work. There is no other option. I have no more plans in the bag. The bag is empty of ideas and money. This gotta shake. Or when somebody walk into their car, I gotta do that. Or when somebody leave their house, I gotta go do that. Gotta go hug the block. We're not exactly talking about people who are dead set at 9 to 5 life. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't mention it. You wondering. I'm not talking about people who are cool, saying, welcome to Arby's, how may I help you? Or thank you for coming to Walmart, have a nice day. Or you need premium or unleaded. These are not questions or statements that these people are trying to have. They want the lime, they want the life. And I've always been asking, especially in the last couple of years, like, Why can't you hear it like you used to be able to hear it? Well, I'm gonna let him finish on.
That doesn't happen anymore. And then even those that do make it, and this is where, I don't know. I kind of have an issue with Doechii right now, right?
Talk
even
about it.
like
Wow,
so like
hold on. Talk about it.
well because
Hold on.
that like
Hey,
once
let me adjust myself in the chair.
because like then once you make it and you make that mark, it's like that dopamine hits much faster for people now.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, oh,
Does the drug of hip hop need to be stronger?
I think the drug of making it. I think the drug of making it initially needs to be weaker. I think you need to.
That's a line well said. That is a line well said. Like, turn down the desire to be famous, but turn up the knob that represents the greatness. Like, it's like trying to picture somebody hooping, right? They just want to be good. I think there's a strong correlation between the NBA and rap. We saw it with Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson's the perfect picture of that blend started to happen, and the NBA wanted no parts. Y'all motherfuckers gonna put on some suits. We getting rid of all this baggy stuff. No, we not doing that. The NBA seen that wave coming, and it was so strong back then though. They couldn't fight it. They couldn't stop it. Let's carry on.
Artists need to think of the long game and the long run again. You know, yeah, I'm on this record, but what's next? Yeah, I dropped this tape, but what's next? But here's the thing with Doechii is that she has all the elements, and she dropped the dope tape, and she had like presence everywhere.
Yeah.
And then she winds up at the Met Gala already. She didn't have to work her way up to the Met Gala.
Stay right there, because you know people are going to hear what you're saying, misconstrue it entirely. Are you saying, in this regard, it's too much too soon? Like she's done everything already, essentially?
Right, it's too much too soon, and it's the age that we live in. It's the internet algorithm age, the social media age, where like when somebody spikes that quickly, it's like, let's catch them at that peak, right? Let's catch them at that crest.
It's kind of like Ice Spice, not to compare the two, but Ice Spice has already flamed out, partially because of what you said.
Right.
She's already done everything. Friends with Taylor Swift, Super Bowl, like in the Super Bowl booth.
Fucking
Tobey
Tobey
Maguire.
Maguire.
That's on the other side of the fall off.
Christ.
She's already falling off by all intents and purposes.
Web slinging.
Now here's the thing. What's the next step?
She's web slinging, man. Come on, man.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you see how this man?
I would assume he's web slinging.
Hey, man.
That's how I'm taking it. You
see
know what I mean?
how the Spider-Man?
Like, what you mean?
See how the weapon come out?
Yo, Dee, man.
You see? Just saying. God damn it.
Oh, God damn.
As far as Doechii, I give Doechii always give her that grace because she is truly that nice to me.
Nah, but
How we feeling about this? I ain't gonna lie. When people say stuff like that about Doechii, you kind of, your ear perk up, you kind of sit up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, where you going with it? But it was well said. As someone that, I'm not gonna front my move. I don't remember I don't remember her beginning. I was smart enough to go back and look at her beginning, and everybody's not going to do that. I think a big difference is, and it'll tie back into TDE. But a big difference is back then it seemed like we were kind of like slow-fed artists back in the day, to where Think about Snoop. It was the Chronic. You got some Snoop features first. You know what I'm saying? Wet your whistle, so to speak, before that album. I'm gonna go back to listen to some old Snoop. I need to listen to some old Snoop. Now that I'm thinking about it. Like it almost seems like now everything is like microwave. It's quick. Everything. The industry's a hot pocket. No more actually taking the time to make the dough and let it rise and actually making the pizza and putting it in the oven and waiting for it to get done. Nope. Just take the hot pocket out the wrapper, put it in the microwave, a minute and a half or whatever later. There's the product. There's the product. So it's taking no consideration into sticking around, longevity. It's just something instant, something quick, and it's been working. It's been working. I'm not gonna lie. We can't lie. We can't lie. It's been working. Only recently we're talking. I don't think nobody gave two you-know-whats about longevity and a legacy or anything like that until recently. I don't remember nobody really having consistent legacy talks. To speak legacy, you need to be, you need, there has to be some semblance of greatness. Ain't shit people don't talk about their legacy. I beat on chicks, and steal, and I ain't the cleanest. And that don't sound like, you know what I'm saying, remnants of someone who's going to be overly concerned about a legacy. Somebody thinking of legacy is trying to stack great things, and the legacy is all of it in totality. You measure up how much of all those great moments ultimately equal. What do they ultimately say or mean about you, right? Who out right now you think is really having legacy talks? Let's remove like the Kendrick Lamars of the world, the Aubreys of the world, the Clips, and clearly established people. Let's say people who on they like first or second album. Who do you, I'll let y'all answer in the comments. Who do you think right now, when you listen to their music or you see an interview or whatever the case may be pertaining to them, do you get the desire to be great? To be remembered long after they done put out their last piece of work. Years and years and years. Think about it. We seen it with Jay-Z. It's been a long time since he put out a project, right? Just a slight sniff of a potential album. Hell, before we even got to the point where we're like, oh yeah, he definitely putting out some music. We clamoring over, oh, we gonna revisit some old music and you gonna do it with a bet. Did we still yet get a locked-in guarantee on new music? Or are we still, for the most part, as a collective, presuming or assuming new hits on the way? Jay-Z got us all out here ready to throw our diamonds back up. Let's keep going.
But it's not, he ain't talking about ability. Like, she's that nice. She's doing all of the famous shit already. So, like, what's next?
Very fast.
Right.
Met Galas, Grammys.
It's just a cycle of things, right? The frequency of, you know, yeah, just the frequency is too fast now.
And she's too early for the Super Bowl. She can't do the Super Bowl
That's
yet.
probably
Right.
crazy.
And so, but what's next? Like, that's where I feel like an Ice Spice and a Doechii will separate, because how much more can an Ice Spice do?
Nothing.
Right?
Doechii's an
Basically,
actual artist.
True.
You know, no disrespect to Ice Spice, but what is the
That she hasn't done.
right? Yeah. What's the range of talent there? Right? What's the skill set?
Yeah.
Right?
Doechii rap.
With a
sing,
Doechii,
dance.
you know, you see a wealth of talent there. It's just a matter of when is she gonna, you know, stop soaking in all of this, you know, limelight and get back in the studio and work. You know, she might be working right now. I don't know her day-to-day life. But
I'm glad he
it's-
did that, because when I initially was watching this, I'm like, how are we assuming that she not putting in the grind right now? I don't be on social media like that, but is Doechii on social media like constantly all the time? Like every day she got a post or something going on Instagram or Twitter or whatever? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Seems like a lot of people, and I'm using Doechii as an example for a lot of people, a lot of artists. It seems like they start soaking in the limelight much, much quicker, and then I don't know, they just fizzle out. Maybe the industry kind of like, you know, forgets about them.
With this conversation though, it does bring me to this point, and I'm curious what y'all think. How do you, as an artist, go about showing the proper patience with whatever project you're working on, to where you let it cook properly? You're not taking shortcuts. You're not rushing it. But also keep yourself, or your not so much yourself, but your name in the algorithm, as they say. Ebro, let's say everybody's algorithm hustling, which is, I think, is valid. How do you do that? If you're not just throwing out projects just to throw them out there, seeing what sticks, because you know you gotta stay relevant. How do you do it? I thought about using like Kendrick Lamar as an example of somebody who can stay out of the limelight for an extended period of time, but still be in the ether name-wise, so to speak. And an emerging or up-and-coming artist can't do it the way he do it, because, excuse me, Kendrick built up this lore so much to where those of us that are Kendrick Lamar fans, we kind of do it for him. Free of charge. We do it for him. We react to videos, all the topics we come up with to talk about Kendrick Lamar, and deservedly so. He's that great of a person. I don't think you can run out of topics to talk about with Kendrick Lamar. Specifically because we know so little, because he's not readily visible. I mean, not readily visible. So it leaves more room for think pieces and assumptions. The imagination can do a myriad of things when you ain't got no concrete, nothing to bank on. It only take a little bit of something, off to the races with it. Think about it, Kendrick ain't saying nothing. He don't be on the socials like that. You barely see him outside. And then the project hit. Bam. Shoo. But he's had all this time, all this downtime of quietness, not knowing what's going on. We get the clamor in the moment. Such and such said we seen him at the studio. Or we seen him on the street, but in that same neighborhood is this studio where this album was made, and tenants get to going up. Everybody get to clamoring. Free of charge. Free of charge. It's kind of amazing to see if you think about it. That's some real boogeyman shit. I don't have to do anything. Y'all gonna do it for me. Free of charge.
Could be a
And you gonna enjoy
number
it.
of things.
You gonna
But,
have
like,
fun with it.
it needs to be where you're looking at the long haul.
Yeah.
You're playing the long game. You can't just like be like, oh, I'm popping right now and I'm at the Met Gala. That's all I need. And and admittedly, it's hard to do that. If I wound up at the Met Gala next week, you can't talk to me. You can't say shit to me,
The brunch.
bro. If we wound up at the Rock Nation brunch,
Talking big shit.
price going up.
Yeah. Big shit.
Don't talk to us.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not even mad at him for saying that. Look, I would like to think that I would be able to stay this exact same person that I am currently. But I'm smart enough to know I've watched all these celebrities who reached unimaginable heights, right? To have a Martin Lawrence talk about the industry trying to kill him, and Dave Chappelle saying like, "Hey, that Hollywood is something else, man. They come at you in ways you think you're ready for, you really don't be." All these different examples of greats who all of a sudden out the blue get to sounding alarms. Like, this ain't cool. This is not the place to be. This is unnatural, the things I've seen. I think more and more of us are starting to see, once you reach a certain threshold money wise, everything around you start to change. I think that plays exactly into the reason why Kendrick said, "No, thank you. Y'all almost had me crash out and fuck my life up with this industry shit. I'm cool. I'm cool on all of y'all." It make perfect sense. It make perfect sense. To have money to that degree and be able to enjoy it, live long enough to enjoy it, you kind of gotta be comfortable with a secluded life, or have a way of going about life to where your closest is all you keep around you. And probably employ a couple of people whose job it is to keep people away from you. Let's get to this next topic, because I put this topic here for a reason, because homeboy tripping. Y'all saw it in the intro. Y'all saw it in the intro. Homeboy tripping. Homeboy tripping. Let's get to it.
White and interesting phenomenon. Outside of the fact that I myself
Shout out to Stevie Knight,
am
man.
able to recognize.
I discovered him pre-battle. Pre-battle is when I discovered him, or like before it was actually a battle. I would say I discovered him when Drake was popping his shit, pause, and nothing was really cracking. Since then, you know the saying, you think you know a person until you don't. Until you don't. People are changing their tunes when it comes to this Kendrick and Aubrey thing. So much so, I couldn't skip this. I couldn't skip this. I want y'all to see this.
The grip that that rap beef had on my mental because of the attachment I had to one Kendrick Lamar. And let me preface this by saying Kendrick Lamar is still my guy as a rapper, bro. Top 5, dead or alive, man. But this is one of them instances where I really had to check myself. I mean, after the fact, because the damage had already been done. But as far as the trust I would put in an artist, and that's something I speak against all the time, man. And here I find myself a victim of it, bro. When
Why would he word it like that? The trust that I put into an artist. Why are we putting haven't we learned that Why are we putting trust in celebrities? They're people we don't personally interact with. You know, there's kind of like a invisible wall between them and us for the most part. Like, I don't need to trust any of them. What need do we have to trust them at all? We can find them entertaining. We can find them talented. I don't have to, like, I don't trust. I'm a football fan. I don't see me going around saying I trust the players on the team. So I just found that trust word oddly placed. It's oddly placed.
You know, you've been spent countless hours listening to, hours ain't even a word, bro. It's countless days or weeks or months, longer than that, years or more or less, in the amount of time and hours you put in listening to an artist. And you know how powerful music is, man. Right? So when you grow an attachment to an artist, bro, it becomes
Is
a
he
lot
blinking
more than
weird?
words. And that was one of the proponents that had me blind as well, outside of what they were able to engineer throughout that rap beef itself, man, because I'm not the only one that fell victim to being in the sunken place in regards to that whole shit where you weren't able to see what was going on outside of what they were trying to program you to see.
Victim to being in a sunken place. But based off what? The programmer they want you to see? Who is they? In this, if we're talking about the battle itself, who is they? Who's doing the programming? Saying Kendrick Lamar was trying to program people? Saying Aubrey was trying to program people? It's a battle. What is the programming? Let's see what maybe he'll clear it up. Maybe he'll make it a little more.
And you know, it was a whole lot that went into it, you know, as far as, you know, the world wanting the demise of Drake. You know what I'm saying? You're at the top, they want to see you fall down. And you know, before the rap beef, I was never one of those. I was always a Drake fan, man. But when it came to Kendrick or Drake, bro, it's tribalism at its finest. I'm Team Dot, right? And you know, if you're on my Patreon right now,
I find that odd too. I'm Team Dot. I'm always concerned when I hear that, because usually when you're team something, that it starts to become a super fan thing or stan thing. And I've always thought, being a fan of Kendrick, I never had to say I'm Team Dot. I get to say I like his music. I support his music. I'm a fan of his music. Or, hey, it can go as far as or as deep as I am a fan of how he moves and conducts himself as a man. It can go that far. I still think that's cool. It's the other part where it's the fandom comes with exclusivity. And the way he framed it is like, I'm Team Dot all the way to where like he has exclusivity with Dot. This is all I'm fucking with. And I just find that odd that's an odd way to look at Dot. When that's not something comparative to Aubrey, he doesn't require that of his fans. It's a level of freedom that comes with being a fan of Kendrick Lamar. Because I can then go fan out over Don Toliver, or then fan out over whatever else I want to listen to and be cool, versus you try doing that over there on that other side. Boy, we're going to talk about that too, because some more stuff came up, some more mess came up. So, I'm going to talk about it. I'm working my way to the madness. I learned to start putting these in orders, because by the time I get to the end part, I'll be ready to cuss everybody out. I'll be ready to go off on everybody by the end, because my frustration and got to a point where, like, all right, fuck it. It's just, let's get to it.
No, that we're
Keep
going
the trains
back,
on time.
revisiting the whole rap beef with a fresh set of eyes on it. But I also think that if that pedophile shit wasn't there, it wouldn't took off. Is who K Dot is, or who K Dot was, right? Mr. Truth, Mr. Authentic, and then the pedophile angle. You're not gonna think Kendrick is just bullshitting. Fucking shooting star.
Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that
Here we go with the bullshit. Yeah, man, this song is an L for Dot in my book, bro.
So he went back. Revisionist history. Meet the Grams. He revisited Meet the Grams. And came to the conclusion that the song was an L. It was all lies and make-believe, slander, so forth, so on and so on. Cool beans. I'm gonna answer that. I got clips to answer that. I got one clip that's gonna just take care of that directly, but
Much more objective at this point, man, and it's been an entirely different experience for me, and it just makes me feel stupid, man. I feel like a bitch for real, dog. Where I missed out on the opportunity to really enjoy, one of our hip hop's dopest moments. I was gonna say pure, definitely not a pure moment, but
is he trying to say he missed out on enjoying Aubrey's music more? That opportunity was stolen from him because of Kendrick? I bought into what you were as a man or what I thought you was as a man, but then come to find out the song was a lie. So I ain't fucking with you. I should have been able to enjoy his music more. You stole my... Bro, you too big to be crying. Pause. You look like a bigger guy. Pause again. I just feel like it's necessary. You made a decision when the battle happened. You made a decision when the battle happened. Stand on it. Just stand on it, man. Or make better decisions. How about that? That's where I'm at with that. But he said this is all a lie, all make-believe, sugar plums and so forth and so on. I got something for that.
My overlooking of what Drake had accomplished and executed lyrically, and then just my gassing of what
Drake was
Kendrick
overlooked.
doing, dog. It ruined the experience for me. So it's been dope going back revisiting some things, man. But with that, I wanted to bring some things to y'all guys' attention, man. Because I don't know about y'all, man, but as far as what's come across my feed, I haven't seen anybody. I haven't seen enough people, right? Because maybe I have seen some people call out the contradictions in the cap.
You sound like academics. Or Maul. Or that one dude. I ain't gonna say his name, but he not one of us. I'm not about to put his name out there. Fuck him. Sounds like the same script that the OVO community is reading from. If that's the case, brother. Stand on it. We all make choices. I don't like the pussyfoot. Stand on it. Say what you really trying to say. I fucked up. I made a mistake. I rolled with Doc because I thought he was a different type of cat. Come to find out he not that. He a fraud, he a phony. I'm gonna go rock with Aubrey. There, I said it for you. Y'all kill me. Y'all kill me. All this damn crying and shit. This my experience because I wanted to have it. It was a genuine hip hop moment and I didn't get to enjoy. Shut up. Shut up. Y'all killing me, man. I see why I be sitting here drinking and sipping and smoking and stuff when we be doing this, because by the time you get well into like let's keep the trains on time.
Kendrick's rap, man, but I haven't seen enough. There should have been, especially being 2 years removed from the rap beef, there should have been, major focus on just the lies and a lot of the things Dot was saying. And I only say that now because right, rap beef, they lie, they make up shit, man. You know what I mean? But it speaks volumes to me.
So how do you say all the stuff you just said, but in the next breath? Rap beefs, that's what they do. They tell lies. Shout out to Adonis. It was just a lie. It was just a lie.
In this regard, because the only reason why Drake lost the rap beef in the majority of people's eyes is because of that allegation, because of the PDF file allegation, right? And we just went through this revisiting the Meet the Grams shit, and that's really what initiated this video here, man, is that Meet the Grams song, bro, with this objective set of eyes. And the only reason why Kendrick was able to take Drake down is because of the PDF file angle, right? That's career suicide for anybody else, right? And I'm not really speaking from the point of like defending Drake, but it just, at this point, what I'm saying, it just goes to show, how polarizing of an artist Drake is at this point to live through that, bro. Because anybody else it'd be over with, right? And he mentioned that in the song. But even with that, bro, the only reason why Drake lost that is because of the perfect angle, the social engineering and manipulation, the PDF file angle, bro. Like, that's a way to grip the most people at once, is when you're going after innocent young girls or whatever, and it's someone that's polarizing the Drake. That's why they was able to take that man down the way that they did. And then, you got the whole, as far as I'm concerned, it's a conspiracy, just because I haven't dove in it deep enough to know really what is what and who is who. Besides the whole conversation about the puppeteers that play manufacturing like a machine to take Drake down by continuing to
So you telling me this was a perfectly planned, perfectly timed, perfectly executed conspiracy, right? Down to the exact moment Kendrick Lamar, who we later found out was still negotiating a fucking deal. Still negotiating a fucking deal. We went an extended amount of time literally wondering, getting like, is he gonna say something? But that was a part of the plan. That was a part of the plan. By those who sought after Drake in heinous fashion, with the goal to take him down, rub his face in the muck, and leave him down, utterly defeated. Is that what we're saying here? Is that what we're saying here? Watch too much Saturday morning cartoons, my man. Do I think people up top probably want Drake up out of there? Yeah, I do. But I also think Drake was probably behind the scenes the biggest piece of you know what. You don't get this many men upset. All the various stories that come out, you hear something once, it's like, okay. 2 times, 3 times, so forth and so on. It's kind of a difference between an accident and a trend. If your actions, the accident Drake clearly seems to have been exhibiting behind the scenes, it's you don't get to be a terrible person and then stop and say, oh no, y'all being terrible people to me. Fuck you. You were terrible. You get what you give. He getting what he gave. You got the hip hop experience you got because you made the decision that you made. In that moment, instead of riding the wave, did you see that Kendrick wave? Instead of riding that wave, you should have stayed truthful to yourself and rode with Aubrey. You didn't. Boo-hoo. Put a quarter in the video game and try your luck again. Yeah, here we go. Cool thing is, Aubrey's still right there. He just put out some work for you. You can go be amazed by it. You have that right. That's a choice. You didn't even have to say none of this. You have a choice right now. The moment you woke up and decided, you know what? I don't think that battle went down the way I think it went down. Okay. Cool thing is, you don't got to give, Kendrick a notice or anything. It's cool. It's a safe over here in the world of Kendrick. You're allowed to come and go as you please. Come and go as you please. You could have still kept enjoying all of the Aubrey stuff that came out during the battle. What stopped you? Other than seeing that Kendrick wave and wanting to ride that wave. This is the problem with not being authentic to yourself. Just saying.
Flood the industry with Not Like Us, man. Because in a vacuum, even though I haven't even got to Not Like Us yet in the rap beef, and we almost done. Because I just did Meet the Grams. We got Not Like Us left, and then the song everybody said Drake was waving a white flag. I'm real curious about getting back into that one to see how everything sounds now. But anyway, I've heard Not Like Us.
If he come back and say that final song from Aubrey was not a waving of the white flag, he really had bars in there. He really came at Kendrick in a major way. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me, Smalls.
Thousands of times at this point, man. But as a diss record,
why he keep blinking like that?
You know what I mean? As a rapper, there's nothing.
He's
there.
a liar.
It's just who can.
I think he might be a liar.
The most.
I feel
confident.
confident.
Play with things like statutory and
it's blinking.
The way Kendrick was playing it too, bro. And I said Meet the Grams is what really sparked this video for me, man. It's because he was really sitting in that shit in Meet the Grams, bro. Right? And I know there's plenty of people out there that still think Drake is PDF file. And there's nothing I can do or say that's gonna make you even think twice about it. It's been implanted in your mind, man. But with facts at this point is that it's polarizing of a moment that was. As much of a shooting star that
you're gonna be at where you at
much
with that.
Attention as that moment attracted. 2 years removed, nothing else has been mentioned, documented, investigated, reported.
I got something for it
in regards to Drake.
I go, you know me.
Harvey Weinstein 2.0.
Credit to.
I got something for. Look right here. I got it ready. I got the rebuttal ready. Let's check this out.
You /Canada Cop Watch on Reddit for catching OG post
Shout out to
David
my humble
Lewis
opinion.
Wall on Insta. Public was banned from the courtroom. Drake even walks by.
Hello, everybody. I'm at court.
Y'all remember this? Drake at court, at family court. This wasn't in California, if I'm not mistaken. Where Adonis is from. That's the only time I'm gonna leave that alone. It's whatever. If I'm not mistaken, this was in Canada. Home of maple syrup and not much else. Let's continue.
Today, March 27th, 2025. Drake, famous singer, is in family court today with his ex-wife, I guess. Don't really know her name.
Ex-wife? Well, we never knew he had a wife. What the hell? Oh, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. I'm only reporting the news, man. Look, hey, y'all, I don't know if this shit real or not. We're going to see Drake walk by, though. Look.
I'm gonna be honest. I hate when people say that, and I get it. It's the YouTube thing, but every time I hear somebody say it, it's like they put an insurance policy out on something they say just in case some flack come their way. Like, I get it. He not the only one to do it. It's par for the course. But I feel like that line puts it in creators' fate, in creators' minds, that this makes it okay to say whatever, and nothing comes of it. Like, you don't have to worry about what somebody may say or do based off what you say. It's like kind of provides like a mental cop out. And again, it's not his fault. Everybody say it. I used to start off by saying it a lot. I don't say it nearly as much anymore. I kind of just shrug it off, like, fuck it. But let's see what he has uncovered.
Real to me. You know what I'm saying? But ex-wife, huh?
You lied on them. I know they all got you with them. You lied about your son. You lied about your daughter, huh?
Don't let me get started, bro.
Courtroom 103, family court. They banned the public
I
from
love
the
the
courtroom.
pianos.
No
I
public
love them
can
piano
watch this.
keys.
Divorce? I guess. I'm not sure. Because I'm not allowed in the courtroom. This is not a good day.
A sealed court hearing in family court.
Family
And
court.
you got to think this ain't about Adonis. Is this about the daughter?
He said nothing came up. Well, the court was emptied. The court was emptied. Can't get something out of something if the court is emptied. But he got more. He got more. Buckle up. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is a perfect time if you need a water break. Get you a water break. I know you're probably in the back of the room doing something. For those who know it's late night. Probably, Hey, Miss Lady, welcome. Bro, enjoy the show. Thumbs up on the way to get the water or bathroom break. You walk baby girl to the door. I don't be saying that about y'all ladies. Y'all might let homie stay. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Y'all putting when somebody slide through the house this late in the hour. Ladies, y'all making them leave. You gotta go once everything has successfully been done. We ain't gotta say too much. Is it time to? It's time to go. Time to go. Y'all let me know. I'm curious. Late night show type conversation.
I believe it's unconstitutional to not allow the public in the courtroom just because they're famous. Oh, hello. Oh my God, great. How are you? Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, I know what y'all gonna say. That wasn't him.
I'm gonna try to
But,
pause it right when
beg
he
your
get
different,
it.
it wasn't him. He definitely got a double
Just so
ganger
y'all
out
can
there
see it.
somewhere. Let's check this shit out again.
Oh, that's hilarious. The public in the courtroom just because they're famous. Oh, hello. Oh my God, Drake.
Now look, I gotta watch. I'm gonna do it slow.
How
Boom.
are you?
That's the best.
Boom, right there. That ain't Drake when he did the whole haircut thing. When he took his front lace out. They ain't Aubrey.
Best picture right there, bro.
I got it paused just so y'all might want to zoom screen in, whatever. Go ahead, get your preheat my pen real quick.
That sure as hell look like Drake. And his bodyguard trying to block.
Oh.
See, he trying to block. And dude don't look like, this ain't no skit, bro. This ain't no skit.
Oh my God, Drake.
All right, so remember, this was back when he had cut his hair, y'all.
How
Boom,
are you?
boom, boom, right there. Now we all know who.
My bad. I be trying not to cough all in the mic and whatnot. My bad. Now, we're gonna might as well finish off a little. We're gonna finish off a little Drake. Yeah, just kind of like a Drake episode. Or whatever. But y'all want to be petty? I'm about to give a petty moment. I'm about to offer the greatest opportunity to one DeMar DeRozan. No, off again. About to offer the greatest petty moment to be had to one DeMar DeRozan. Listen up.
Drake's ops are in music. However, watching Drake beef with professional basketball players is absolutely hilarious. People that went to Kendrick's pop-out show, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, and also DeMar DeRozan. These were professional basketball players that were cool with both Drake and Kendrick. And above all, these guys were just music lovers. Now, ever since...
Y'all remember before DeRozan signed with Sacramento, there was talk he might end up with the Lakers. And then when that was about to happen, it was like he's willing to take either the Lakers or the Clippers. And then the Clippers weren't about to happen either. And then he ended up in Sacramento. Still California. He wanted to be in California. He's a California cat. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to explain that part just in case you're like, he never played for the Lakers. Oh. Just so for y'all that didn't know or forgot.
Then, Drake has dropped multiple diss songs on LeBron James. He also recently dissed LeBron on Iceman, and same with DeMar DeRozan as well. Well, fast forward to this summer, DeMar DeRozan is once again a free agent. As a guy that's getting close to the end of his career, the man wants to go back to where it all started, with the Toronto Raptors. According to NBA sources,
okay, listen up. Here we go.
Rumors that DeMar DeRozan does want to return to Toronto. His man's Kyle Lowry, who's just retired, is going to sign a one-day contract with the Raptors. So you kind of get the feeling that's where DeMar DeRozan wants to retire. However, Drake and his goons have other plans. They do not want DeMar DeRozan as a Raptor. Drake is known as the ambassador of the Raptors. He's got his own special courtside seats. Sometimes they'll even have Drake commentating on the games.
How is that possible? World tour, Drake walks in, the turnaround happens.
My card almost declined for a tequila shot just now. Glad they didn't catch that.
So, after seeing reports that DeRozan is interested in returning to Toronto, his guys were not feeling it. Chubbs put a thumbs down, and his guy Preem asks, yo, no LA teams want him? Which obviously means Drake feels the exact same way, especially after dissing DeMar DeRozan on the Iceman album in a record called National Treasure.
How we back to talking shit to basketball players? That is one Petty Betty. Aubrey, you petty Betty. And the people around him know that how you stay employed by Aubrey Graham. Hate who he hate. It's consistent. It don't matter who it is. Hate who he hate. You hate them. You ain't rock with them. I hate them more. I don't want them on the face of the planet. Wow. It's very cultish. Like he about to lead them to the red Kool-Aid. Y'all do understand what happens once everybody drinks the Kool-Aid. I'm not gonna say it on these here YouTube streets, but you know. If you don't know, do your Googles. But keep the trains. Let's keep the
Drake
trains.
said we must have been dealing with the spur of the moment. So why do we think you could get us a ring? They bragging about how you went home. The fuck are they on? Grody, we threw you away. G-Pop sent us a real one from Dago. And next thing you knew, he was doing parade.
Are you seeing that? I'm going to let this rest play out completely. All the way through. And then I'm going to tell you that DeMar DeRozan, ultimate, I got your ass playing. It's going to be the ultimate, I got your ass playing. Got the crew up there saying no. Crew up there saying no. Clearly, shared sentiment. So we're going to let this next thing play. And we're going to talk about it and get to this. Then we're going to get to this music. We doing pretty good on time tonight. I like that. I appreciate y'all. We on time tonight. We on time tonight.
I say we dive right into the first one, and that is all the buzz on DeMar DeRozan lately. Report the Cavs are one of the teams that have generated the most chatter as a potential landing spot for DeMar DeRozan. That according to Matt George, and he actually listed two destinations, the two teams with the most chatter around DeMar DeRozan. That was the Heat and the Cavs. So take a look at this because DeRozan was recently waived by the Kings, entered free agency, and the new report that will benefit the Cavs the most is that DeRozan is, quote, almost certainly going to sign for a vet minimum contract. That according to Jake Fisher. So take all that into account. That one, the Cavs are interested. That two, he would sign for a vet minimum. Is this the kind of player Cleveland should be going after?
You should always be careful how you treat people. You don't know what move they're going to make next. Just when you think you got their ass, no, they got your ass. And Drake out here shooting at LeBron in songs. And now you got the Crodies shooting at DeMar. I hope LeBron and DeMar both listen. Because I think it's going to benefit them in so many ways. They both need to go to Cleveland. That's on the East. Hear me out. That's on the East. So you're going to see the Raptors quite a bit throughout the season. So we gonna get a lot of seeing if Drake, you gonna do the stare down on the court side again when LeBron and DeMar pull up. also though, in our reality, that's a team with a chance to win. At the very minimum, they winning it. They got a chance to win the East. At the minimum, that's their floor. That's their floor. They just re-signed Donovan. Hart not going nowhere. You bring in a LeBron James. You bring in DeMar DeRozan because you talk about two cats that know they towards the end. This is it. It's a year or two left. So vet minimum deals. What message does that say? If LeBron actually takes a lesser deal and DeMar actually takes a vet minimum deal, pull up in Toronto just to say fuck you. How about that? We both out here. I feel like DeMar and LeBron got something in common. LA said, I don't want either one of y'all. Correction. California said, I don't want either one of y'all. California didn't want neither one of y'all. For whatever reason. The reason don't matter. Sometimes the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And they can be the best of friends to each other right now. Them playoff games, if to Toronto, what's their name again? Raptors. The Raptors happen to make the playoffs. Is Drake gonna go to Cleveland? You gonna go talk shit to LeBron in Cleveland? When the fans know this is his last go. I don't care what he be talking about with the Akron Cleveland mess. LeBron was tripping. He bumped his head. That's cool. He got it. You wouldn't pay to see that? I'm going to the game. I live close enough. Let this actually happen in real life. Let this happen in real life. Man, it's cheaper for me to see the Cavs in Detroit than it is in Cleveland. I just got to take the drive down to Cleveland just to take in the environment. I hope Drake pull up. I can't wait to see that exchange. Talk about a moment. Talk about a moment, boy. But let's get to this music, man. I got some new music. Did that sound right? Music. Nope, they ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna get it. They ain't gonna get it. Jet Life Records is putting out some music. Got some Fetty P. And the message is dope. This message is dope. So check it out. Let's get to it.
It's Harvey, you caught that?
I just wanna ball. Mama, I just want it all. I don't care about the law. I got time to right my wrong. Rest in peace to everybody. I just wanna ball. Mama, I just want it all. I don't care about the law. I got time to right my wrong. I just wanna ball.
We all just want a ball, don't we? I just want a ball. Simple message. even with that line though, right? Yeah, I'm gonna let this rock for a minute. I'm gonna give a slight spoiler. I done watched it a couple times now. I didn't see the messaging of the song to go where it went. When you think about I Just Want a Ball. It's a touch surface level. It's a touch, shallow in nature, I guess. I just want a ball. But he really went somewhere with it. He really about to go somewhere with it. Check it out.
He just wanted a black Bentley for the summer. Big black nigga getting money. Pill hunters like it's nothing. If he had an oak, I had half the iron. Union Falls, how my dog was coming. Ran off on the plug twice. Shit, nigga, it was more than twice. To him, nah, bitch, you living life. And fuck these niggas, hoes, cop more ice. Chantel's, I rewrote it twice. Thinking about my nigga day and night. And now I don't give a fuck what he did. Like, fuck that shit, my nigga ain't here. And this forever, fuck that bitch, nigga. And this forever, fuck these bitch niggas. Forever love you, rest in peace, nigga.
Who can't identify with losing one of your mans, right? And he died off some fucked up shit. And if you being really fucking honest, it's his fucking fault he not here. But in that moment, you don't care about none of that. My nigga not here. He was wrong, so what? He not here. Fuck you. You the problem. Let's get it.
Some fuck shit, lost Benzelli on some drunk shit. Feel like fuck all this, just to see my dog again. Hear my niggas pop shit, see my niggas ball again. Like how I'm out here living life, my niggas ain't living life. Still fucked up about it, post a link with Mark the same night. Ride around late at night on that dynasty. This can't be life. Trying to right my wrongs, can't get it right. Rest in peace, Corey. Rest in peace, my brother Ronald, my little cousin Donald.
How about I found us some raps that talk about everyday life stuff. Because we all be trying to get it right. But we be getting that shit wrong, boy. Like, God, I'm trying. It's like we out here really trying. Whether you live in a legal life or you live in a life or whatever the fuck. Whatever lane you chose, you trying hard than a motherfucker. Let's go.
Every time I see her, gotta hug his mama, gotta make her smile again. See you when your child, that little nigga wild. The sun shining, that's you looking down on me. If you made it past 17, share congratulations. I'd have been to more films than I've been to graduation. Soon as an op die, other side celebrating. Still got so many features, looking like a compilation. Homie died paper chasing, ain't even get to see the paper. Told him death around the corner, he ain't see the reaper waiting. Cherish every breath you taking, every memory you're making. Love your people while you're here, might can get to do it later. Told me that my dad died, couldn't even shed a tear. I ain't seen him since a child, I ain't know how to feel, and they gon' feel how they feel. I don't feel I'm wrong though, and I ain't fucked up about it neither. Life goes on, so.
Can't tell me you can't feel that. You ain't tell me you can't feel that. Wow. That's definitely it's going into rotation. That's definitely going into rotation. I love the visuals. Hey, and you can always depend on anything Jet Life be visually shot well. And there's always I can't recall off the top of my head anything from that camp that didn't give a tip of the cap to didn't give a tip of the cap to car culture. You know what I'm saying? Wow, that was dope. That was dope. Check bro out with Fetty P. Check him out. It's gonna be. I'll make sure it's linked in the description. Like always, we're doing so good on time. I'm not gonna hold y'all up no more. Like, comment, subscribe. Help me take care of these people at YouTube being on my back. And them likes, some comments, and subscriptions get her done. They for the freeski. But until next time, I'm gonna get at y'all, man.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.